We had some major rains last night. My pool is all the way full. You can see back here the water running through. I need to go check that out. Get a closer look how that water's just rushing through back there. And then the water is running through the middle of the property up by the house. So we're gonna go check that out too. We're gonna start walking back here toward the middle of the property. You can see this water running down through here. This is where I've had some major erosion. My attempt to block the water from coming down here only really works when it's not a major flood event or rain event. The horse standing out here. You can see I really need to build this berm up right here to stop this water coming through here. So this over here, this is where the water comes in. Let's go check that out. This was my attempt. I had this berm built here. You can see the water is being affected by my efforts, but what happened is that over here I didn't build that up enough, and we've run over it with the golf cart enough that now it's going down there. So I just need to build that up some more there and add a few inches to all of this. I'm standing in a river. Earlier on, a couple years ago, I trenched out around this tree here to make a low spot, hoping to retain some water. And it's sorta, I mean, you can see the water is coming through there, but it's building up and just flowing through. So this is my major input. This is where the water comes in my property and just flowing like a river right now. That's probably 8 inches deep right here. Now I have, over the last couple months, attempted to channel the water, keep it on this side. And right here, oh wow, I just stepped in a hole. Right up in this area, I kept all the grass, and then I started sculpting it out, and you can see it's just chewing this out here. It's definitely staying mostly where I want it to stay. It's just it's flowing way too hard right now. This is going to be where the round pen area for the horse is going to be. So I was trying to keep all the water on this side, and that is definitely working. I'm going to have to make some silt traps because all my soil, I'm sure I'm losing a bunch of soil right here, and it's just flowing through here, and it's probably building up on that fence line over there. Yeah, I'm not wearing pants. This is probably 1.5 feet deep over here. But this part here where I bermed up to keep the water from coming in here, that's working. But it is just rushing. You can hear it rushing down over here. I don't know if I can get through here. I'm going to end up ruining my phone. Alright. Can't get through there. Let's go look on the... see if we can peek around here on the back side. So eventually we're going to move the horse because this was a problem. This has always been a problem. the water gets in there. It was a problem when it was my shed and ruined all my stuff. All right, coming around this side of the trees. Yeah, that water is just rushing through here along the fence line and then coming in the neighbors. I don't know if you can see it back here. There's a major flood happening over there. It looks like white water just rushing through. So the swale, the top swale is full. It fills up here and then spills over this way. It looks fairly gentle right now, but it definitely did its job. The ducks are loving it. So let's follow this water path down as it overflows this swale and comes around here. I have some work to do to kind of block it from coming this way toward the house. I need to build this up just a little bit, channel this out, keep the water flowing toward the next swale instead of in toward the house. You can see it kind of puddles up over here. This second swale, major swale on the farm, this is where the water runs in this way, catches, and then builds up and runs off this direction. It's good to see all of that working. And then I get down here on the lower part where the water is rushing in from the neighbor. Let me see if we can come over here and see where that water is coming from. Yeah, it's coming in. It's probably breaking off the backside of my swale here, and also coming in from the neighbor over here, rushing in under the fence. It's probably a foot deep right here where I'm standing. Rushes through here. All the fence line is just full all the way down. You can hear the frogs, they like it. And this is where I had designed the water to come around and curve toward the orchard. And I had a little dam here, and one of the last major rain events, probably last year sometime, blew that out. So the water's, it's doing what it's supposed to do, but it's also rushing through here. And I have so much water coming in off the neighbors, coming in this direction. And this is my sink up here, the sink point, which means where the water exits my property. So let's see if we can get over. Turn around here. Let's go over here toward the orchard. Got to be careful walking through here. I don't want to drop my phone in the water. Oh, right, okay, so here's where the water is supposed to come around. And it is, but it's also spilling over. This is, someday, I plan on digging all this out and making a little catch here. And that's definitely going to catch a lot of water real fast. So the water is This is the mulch garden. It's higher than everything else, so it's dry. And eventually, I do have this little spillway here. Right now, there's enough water to fill it up, but it also doesn't really hold water. But it will someday. I'm going to make a little dam there. So the first swale, not the first swale, the last swale, the big swale on the orchard, I mean, all of this is like a flood right now. But when the water recedes, it'll sit in here. This is where it'll collect and start feeding under the orchard. Learning how to guide and direct this water is kind of a fun challenge. You can see it's just pouring over the road. Everything goes through the property over here and into here. It kind of continues through that property at an angle. It really is amazing. The reason these logs are on this angle right here is because I learned in one of the last major rain events, I can't have anything piled up here because the water pushes it in here. So it looks like what I've done here has worked pretty well. The water is coming in at an angle and leaving those alone. Oh boy. The water's up to my calves right here. All of this is just amazing. We don't very often have water that sits on our driveway. But it's on the driveway and it's over here. This is rarely flooded over here. We'll check the tortoise enclosures to make sure the tortoises are not underwater. It doesn't look like they are. It looks like it's flowing through or draining out pretty well. Well, it is holding water. Yeah, the tortoise, the floor level is right here, so he's out of water. But it's definitely holding water. I'm going to have to drill some holes in the wall there so this doesn't end up like a bathtub. This one drained out a little better. Alright, well that's the flood update on the farm. Check the ducks out over here in the swale. They love this weather. This container right here is not getting any runoff from any roof or anything. It has only caught water. It was completely empty yesterday. So it's a good indication of how many inches we got last night. And I put this yardstick in there. Even if you account for the angle of it, it's about 9 inches of water. So that's how much water came down on our farm overnight. All right, talk to you soon.